How's it going, everyone? I'm going to be feeding my addiction when it comes to drama. Honestly, if I were Superman, drama would be my sun right now. That would be my solar. That would be my solar power. Asmongold has gotten some hot water this week with the topic of AI and whether or not it's AI in Power World. Now, from my knowledge, it's been proven that it's not made by AI. But regardless, the discussion came up of whether or not you should use AI when it comes to making characters and in making video games or movies or whatever it may be and in the entertainment business. And well, I'll play the clip.
Which is that, AI is bad and it takes jobs from people.
Well, AI and the sentiment from artists' opinions don't matter. It just doesn't matter, because what matters is the opinion of the people that are buying the product. Like, it doesn't, like, your opinion on it, like, just because you do it doesn't, like, nobody cares. Like, it's not relevant. It's like whenever one of these, like, really well-respected and really respectable directors talks about how bad Marvel is. Shut up, old man. Shut up. I like watching the Thor movie. It was cool.
So this clip right here has made people not very happy because of the fact that he says that people don't care about the artist's opinions and how artist opinions don't matter. And this is generally true. I mean, right then and there, the first thing he talks about is how when you are like a artist and you make something for a game or for a movie or whatever it may be, generally people will not care. What will typically happen is, as long as the game or the movie or whatever it is entertaining to the person, to the general populace, they are not going to care if the thing is made by AI art or a human. In the end, they were entertained and they enjoyed it, and they're still going to play it. If, let's say, Power World, right, was actually made by AI art, or like in some way, or designs were made by AI, do you think that do you think the records would not be broken as if they are now? Do you think that the game would not be making that much money? No, the game would still be making tons of money. Regardless, there may be like some refunds. Maybe you might see the positivity on the Steam reviews go down a little bit for a day or two, but in the end, no one is going to care. No one. Because in the end, it is a fun game. People enjoy playing it. So whether or not it was made by AI art or not, they do not care. People will not care. And that's what he was saying. That was his point. But people took that as something that people should get mad over. Because, of course, people would take it as something that they should get mad over with Asmongold here. In the end, it ticks off a lot of people who have a personal feeling about art, or artists themselves. I think a lot of artists hold their opinion too much of a high value when it comes to like looking in the grand scheme of things and looking at like how like business works and how making money works and making profit off of something works. They don't really care about that. They care about themselves, which is fine, and other people that know them care about that too, and that is fine. But most people aren't going to care because most people want to be entertained. They don't care about what goes in behind the scenes. There is just a niche amount of people that do care. He even brings up the point, Martin Scorsese, who is a big director, a big filmmaker, who he said about like Marvel movies and stuff like that they are not real cinema. Well, who cares? Right. Everyone brushed him off and said, "Oh, I mean, they're fun. What are you talking about? They're good movies. What are you talking about? It was fun to watch. It was cool, right?" And it's like, this guy is a big film director, a very respected film director. People love his movies, and even he himself got bashed for pointing out that Marvel movies, in the end, aren't like this peak cinema that you would see back in like the 90s or something like that, where you had these very serious topic films. Marvel movies have changed how the people want to view movies now. A whole load of movies now are not as they were back then. So what Asmongold said here is not wrong in the slightest. There is also a new clip I want to talk about with Asmongold, and I'll play it right now.
It was spam, but AI had to learn to remove watermarks, and that's blatant theft. AI had to learn to remove watermarks, and that's blatant theft. And I want to also kind of like, okay, sure, yeah, sure. Nobody cares, though, right? Because if somebody found out that somebody used AI, it's not going to decrease their enjoyment about it. Just because you say something is stolen doesn't mean that everybody else in the world has to care about it. I understand what you're saying, but you still have to have other people care about it in order for it to be true.
Now, what I think is amazing here is regardless of how understanding it, like how like obvious of what he's saying is, there's still people just saying that he's like completely wrong and he doesn't make sense and he's just you know, seething because he's wrong. No, he's still right here. He's making the point that nobody cares because you have to have other people care, right? Which is exactly the case. Majority of people just enjoy things because they are entertained. This right here still holds a sentiment of what he said last time. As long as people are enjoying the content, whatever was used to make that content will not change their enjoyment of the content unless you're that niche part where you will care. No one's saying that you can't care. They're just saying that you are the minority in this and it will not matter regardless of how you feel. And it will not matter regardless how the artist feels. It's just how it works. It's not something where you can get mad over at this one guy who is telling you the truth, opening your eyes to what actually is the case when it comes to AI art. But regardless of that, people, instead of acknowledging, yeah, wait, not many people are going to care, we should probably fix that, they're going to instead focus their attention on a guy trying to show them the truth about how it actually works, trying to open their eyes at the real problem here, which isn't simply AI, but the consumers that consume these types of media that involve AI. Well, that's basically about it for today, and I hope you guys enjoyed my rant about this. Not a long video. It's not my commentary of the week. Like I said, I'm working on this big project, so it's been a bit difficult. Plus, college has kind of went in my way of video making. But I do promise you, this video I am making is going to be a huge video, and I'm going to promote it a lot because I want it to do really well, because it's something I've really wanted to do for a while. And so I hope you enjoyed this video, and bye.